Hello, welcome to the final presentation. We are team Hacking Gators. My name is Sebastian Fauré, and I am the project manager.
I'm Michael, the Scrum Master.
I'm Mitchell, the backend developer.
And I'm Valeria, the front-end developer.
So we want to begin with a brief project description. Our client, Creative Practice, is an organization comprised of medical students who perform plays for children at Shands Hospital, and they wanted to develop a method for more information about their club to be distributed to users more easily, as well as communicate scheduling activities in an easier manner. Our solution to this was to create a club website. In the club website, we added an About Us page that would show general information about the club, a performances page that would show previous club performances through video format, a calendar page that would display club events and rehearsals through the calendar, and a contact us page, as well as a footer that would display club social media. And so their main feature, the main two features that they wanted were the About Us page and the calendar page. Here we will be directed to the club website. As we see on the top, it says Creative Practice and their logo. And as we continue scrolling, we're directed to a carousel of some club pictures. As I continue going down, we see About Us and the About Us information, club leaders, and we see a button on the bottom that says More Club Pictures. If a user clicks on this button, they'll be redirected to the club Google Drive that shows pictures of the club activities and events. Now, on the bottom of the club website, we're directed to a footer that says Connect with Us. Michael would explain more about the footer.
Thanks, Sebastian. Here on the bottom, we have the social media for the club. A YouTube link that takes us to the club's YouTube performances, a Facebook page, a website that takes us to the UF Health Creative Practice website, and finally, a pop-up with an email for the club. The first major request the club had was a good way to show off who they are, which is what they did in this About Us page. They're showing photos and their mission statements. The second request that the club wanted was that they had a difficult time keeping track of club events and communication with its members about these upcoming events. So to help the club out, we made a Google Calendar page on the website. This calendar keeps track of all the events and allows members to click events to see more information and add events to their own calendar. Users can also sort by week or by month. Next, we added a Performances tab, which shows off a YouTube video of the latest performance. And you can click to see a playlist of previous performances. Finally, we added a Contact Us page where users could fill out this form and send an email to the club. Now, I'll pass it on to Mitchell to talk about technical debt.
Thank you, Michael. I'm going to talk a little bit about the technical debt that we have left for the project. Technical debt in software development refers to work that is left for completion on a later date at the end of the project. For our website, we still have one major feature that is yet to be implemented, and that is the ability of club administrators to edit the About Us and club leadership information directly through the website, instead of having to go into the source code and changing the hard-coded values for the information. This is an important feature because otherwise, to edit the information, the club leaders would need to have knowledge of how to code JavaScript. Creating the administrator mode will entail setting up a database for the website's backend, which would store the information to be presented on the website. In addition to this administrative mode, an update to the performances page should be made, which would display all the videos and the playlist in a way that is more easy to view, as can be seen on the slide here. That's all for the technical debt that we have for this project. I will pass it off to Valeria, who will wrap up the presentation.
Thank you, Mitchell. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our final thoughts. In between all of us, we all agree that using the Agile development methodology was very effective to help us make this project and help us be more organized and flexible. It also helped us have a lot of communication with the client and with each other. in this progress, in this development progress. We had sprints that split the tasks that we had to do in some time frames, and it was very flexible for us because if a task wasn't completed by the end of the first sprint, we could move it to the second sprint. We also had daily scrums, which we met on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and communicated our progress or like troubles. We also use GitHub to um, develop the project and have share the code in between us. And when we all came to this class, we were super new to software development, and we learned a lot of JavaScript, and we use React as our framework. We also use Bootstrap, and we incorporated APIs like Google API for the performances tab, for the calendar tab, um, and multiple functionalities for this website. Something we could have done differently was add more tests before actually implementing the functionality. We did have some tests, but I think that if we would have made all the tests before, it would have secured more of our code and made sure that everything was good. Um, so yeah, and we enjoyed making this project for creative practice, and we hope that they like the website and find it useful. Thank you.